Yes, people, hope everyone is well. You may not recognize this background that's behind me right now, but I am currently sat at the chair in my brand new unit, which I've just moved into. And I thought I'd dedicate a video into me moving in, maybe showing you a little bit of progress. I've got a couple of parcels that I've opened in it as well. It's basically just me introducing this new style of content now. I'm really enjoying now just picking up the camera and talking to it rather than just sounding like a robot. At the end of the day, my main interest in this channel is always going to be to inspire loads of young people or any age gaps, to be fair, into getting into Vinted reselling and making a big second income. And that's exactly how I started. A lot of people don't know that until around 2 months ago, I was actually working full-time in a call center, and I started Vinted reselling one of my best mates at work. And when I first started it, I never thought it would turn into something like this. I genuinely just wanted to make a bit of extra money for myself to maybe go on a few extra holidays or just buy myself some nice things and maybe get a bit of extra money in the savings. But fast forward in time, I'm now sat talking to a camera in my own unit, teaching and inspiring an audience into getting into the side hustle and taking a step just like I did. And believe me, if I can do it, absolutely anyone can. A lot of people won't realize this, but I've actually not even got one GCSE. The thing is, I was never one of them kids that would walk around like punching lockers and throwing chairs. I was just always such a class clown. I just loved making people laugh. And then I went to college straight after school and I got kicked out once again for just misbehaving and being a class clown. But I suppose being that person growing up is what's made me into the person I am today. And being able to just talk so confidently to a camera. And if you gave me the chance to go back, I would not change anything about it. Yeah, this is going to be the first sort of video of me going into the IRL side of content. I'm just going to pick up the camera when I feel like it and just talk to you guys, and I'll show you a few things that I'm getting up to as well. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it, but let's get into it. Right, everyone, so I thought I'd put this in the video right now because today is actually the day that I am moving into my first ever unit. And for me, this is a massive step. I've gone from scaling from my bedroom to now being able to work in a new space like this. You can see right now it's just crap everywhere. Like, I've got the clothing rails up. Stuff is starting to get a little bit more organized. Obviously, there's still some things that I am waiting for. Like, I'm still waiting for my desk to arrive where I can sit at every day. I've got this chair, which has a massage feature in it, which is pretty sick. But all of the shoes, you can see they're all just in these big moving bags in a minute. That box is filled with shoes as well, because I want to get a rack up against this wall here, like an industrial one. And that's where I'll keep all of my trainers. But I haven't even bought one of them yet because I needed to get the dimensions and I didn't have access to the unit. I only got the keys this morning. So I'll probably go to B&Q later today and pick that up straight away because it is something that is so important. But the fact that all of this stuff that's here, and this isn't even all of it, there's still a lot at home that I've got to bring over. All of this stuff was being kept in my bedroom at home, which is just absolutely mental. The last few days, I've not even been able to be in my room because of how hot it is in the UK at the minute for starters. And because it's been so hot, I couldn't even relax in my room. For one, I had stock that was literally taking up half of my double bed. So I was sleeping next to like P6000s and stuff because of how much room was being taken. And to be honest, the last week or two has been kind of rough with that because it's sort of killed my motivation a little bit. If it's already taking up so much of my personal space, why would I go and buy more stock? But this morning I did get a big P6000 drop come in. You've got some of the boxes there, and then you've got that full box there is filled with them also. And I'm quite happy about that because P6000s at the minute are a really hype shoe. They do hold really good value, so I'll definitely be getting a good return on them. But it's just from scaling up and now making a few different contacts through social media, to be honest, that I am able to find suppliers like that. But the other day, like, I had to go to the range to pick up some clothing rails like the ones you can see here. But also I had to grab stuff like toilet roll. It's stuff that I've never had to buy before because in my unit, I've actually got pretty lucky. I managed to get one with a toilet, and it's very rare that you do see them come with running water even, let alone a toilet as well. The thing is, I wouldn't have minded using a public one, but then they just offered me one with the toilet and it was still the same size as the other ones. I was just like, yeah, I'll take that one straight away. But it's the toilet here, look. So you open the door. To be fair, it's decent size in here. There's the toilet roll there, look. And then I've even got a nice little mirror. You can see me in it there. But yeah, it's all right. But the unit, to be fair, is actually a decent size as well. Like, I don't know if the camera will make it look as big. The camera will probably make it look pretty small. I'm going to have plenty of room to get everything that I need in here. I mean, once everything's organized and all of this crap's off the floor, it's going to be a lot better. But it's so hot, man. Like, if anyone's in the UK, you're going to know at the minute just how hot it has been at the end of June and the start of July. And to be fair, in the UK, the heat is absolutely unbearable. Like I always say, when you go on holiday and you've got the aircon, the other countries are just designed for the heat. The UK, when it's hot, just absolutely crumbles. Like, it even makes me a little bit lazy just because of how much it does actually get you. Like, you have a shower, you get out and you're already sweating again. I've had to start wearing caps all the time just because of how bad my hair looks in a minute, just because of how hot it is outside. I'm always sweating. And it even gets to the point where, like, you'll get a drink out of the fridge and it feels like it's warm. Like, that's just how I am. I don't know if I'm being weird for that. You can expect more stuff like this now with the vlogging and just the normal me talking to the camera, rather than just always me sitting on the monitor, because now I have got all of this freedom to be able to do that and upgrade my content. And I'm so excited about that, because I did put a video out one day when I was doing some IRL footage in the outlet and everyone said they loved it. But I'll definitely be documenting and showing you updates of what I am getting up to in the unit. I can even just do like stock checks as well on the video, just so you can see exactly what I've been buying. But let me carry on with this. Wish me luck in this heat, man. All right, so I'm just jumping in this video quickly to tell all of you guys about my public reselling server called AutoFlipped. So I know that a select few of you that are watching this video may already be a part of the server, but if reselling is a side hustle that you think you would want to get into and you think you'd make a good income from it, then I definitely recommend joining my server. You're going to get the tools, the guides, the community, and so much more stuff that I haven't mentioned that's going to give you that massive head start and boost. Okay, so if you've watched some of my previous videos, you're going to know that the main thing that we do promote in the server is the Vinted monitor. Now, you can go back and watch any of my videos. I basically showcase it in every single one, and that's the tool that basically pings every single item that's being listed from a certain category on Vinted into a server. If you want to get really technical, we actually do have the fastest proxy in the game, so we're seeing them items even 10 seconds before they're showing up on the standard Vinted app, meaning that you're going to be the first person to see the items as soon as they're being listed. That's going to give you that massive advantage. You can set up your own private filters. We've got auto buy features, so you can have it buying stuff for you when you're out doing other things. Basically a passive income. There's over 10 hours of virtual video learning that you do also get full access to as soon as you join the server. And one of the biggest hits as well has been the price guide, which is a document that you do get full access to as soon as you join, that basically tells you the name of the item as well as a photo to accompany that. Because a lot of people these days, when they are listing stuff for so cheap, a lot of the time it's because they actually don't know what they're listing. So rather than seeing the listing titles as Air Max 95s or Air Max 90s, you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff like Nike trainers or Nike hoodie. So having that photo there allows you to match it up just to make sure you know exactly what you have bought. And of course, as well as the name and the photo, we have a price of what you want to aim to be buying for and what you want to aim to be selling for as well. And that goes so in depth. We even price differently on how we would sell the women's sizes compared to the men's sizes. And we'll be showing you that. So no matter what size or what colorway you buy, we're covering that in the price guide, just to give you that independence, so you haven't got to ask 100 questions a day. Like, is this a good pickup? Am I going to make money on this? It's just going to give you a lot more freedom in your reselling journey. And of course, the reviews have been absolutely spectacular. We've got a lot of members now, which are scaling up and making thousands of pounds every single month. But the main point that I have been trying to make is, if I can do it, you guys can do it as well. So why don't you just try starting it today? Because right now it's actually the cheapest it's ever been to join as well. So you do not want to miss out on the opportunity. But if you do want to join and give it a go, like I said, it's the cheapest that it's ever been right now. And the link is right at the top of the description. And then as soon as you press that link, it's going to take you exactly where you need to be. Just follow the steps and you'll be straight in the server. And of course, then it's up to you to put the work in to make as much profit as you can. But don't worry, I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. I'm always in the server, in the voice channels, in the text channels, just trying to help you guys as much as I can. And like I say, you can use the Vinted monitor, the server, and everything from your phone, laptop, computer, iPad. So you've really not got any excuse. Why don't you guys just give it a go? But anyway, let's get back to the video. Right, everyone, it's been a couple of days now. I did say that I was going to keep documenting you guys the unit and showing you the progress that I'm making with building everything, just getting stuff into place and looking at nice and neat and tidy. So let me show you where we're at right now. So I think I filmed the last update about 2 days ago, but let me just stand at the door quickly just so you can see. So when you come in, you've got all of the stock on the left-hand side here. So I've got these 2 industrial shelving units up. They were a nightmare to build. We was literally, it's quite funny actually, well, maybe not that funny, but we didn't bring a hammer, me and my mates, to the unit to build them. So I was using these exact pair here, these safety orange 95s as a hammer. It did the job, to be fair. We did leave out a lot of the secure bits, if you know what I mean, like the actual security bits for the shelves. So it could just fall at any moment and I could just lose a lot of money on the stock. Hopefully it doesn't damage anything, but it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. The thing is, before, when I was in my bedroom, like when I was working from there, obviously I said it before, I felt like I had a lot more stock just because the room was obviously a lot smaller. But since I've come in here and sort of got everything finally laid out and stuff, you've realised that maybe you've not got as much as you'd hoped to want. But I've been buying so much stuff on Vinted on the monitor, and I'm also going to be getting another shipment coming in, maybe of some other shoes, like brand new with box and stuff, but we'll see. I kind of just prefer doing the Vinted to Vinted selling, to be honest. That's sort of what I promote as well, just because I think it has got the best margins, and I really enjoy doing the reselling on Vinted as well. But yeah, we've got these clothing rails over here. We've got all of the rubbish, like the bins and stuff. I've had to set up something with the bins. It's going to be like £10 every 2 weeks to get them all collected, but to be fair, it's not that bad. But yeah, the rails are all set up. I've got all of the milers here, more milers here, Rab walking trousers, and I've got like my jackets, like the wind runners. And then over here, I've got my desk, which is pretty sick if I do say so myself. But yeah, it actually looks really nice, to be honest. Working has just become so much easier for me now. I've got so much more motivation just to come in here, just because everything's just so organized. But yeah, the bin problem has been sorted as well, and I was complaining about that. It was a bit of a piss take, to be honest, because I am going to have to pay for someone to come and collect the bins. Obviously, it's just something that I've never been used to before. Like, obviously, I've always lived at home. Not like I live in here, but I'm just so used to just chucking stuff in a wheelie bin and just getting it taken away every Wednesday. But obviously now this is my responsibility. It's one of my expenses. Luckily, like I said, it's only going to be a tenner every 2 weeks, so it's not too bad. But yeah, you can see I've sort of organized these shelves pretty nicely. So I've got the full box stuff at the top. Got 270s, some outlet stuff here. Then these are all 90s and Air Max 1s, Arachis and Vapor Maxes. Got all the React elements and normal Reacts down there as well. They need photo in on the bottom shelf. Air Forces, 95s, and all the running shoes are at the top there. Yeah, like really nice, man. Like I'm just really happy. Like I want to sort these cables out as well. I think there is some cable management on the desk. Another problem that I've encountered is clean the shoes pretty easily. Like, yeah, it might make a bit of a mess, but I've got a mop and stuff to clean up. But I've just been thinking, how on earth am I going to dry these shoes? So in the unit, of course, I have got to pay for the electricity bill, which isn't a problem. Like, it is what it is. It's not going to cost too much because I'm not really running a lot. I'm quite careful with what I'm putting on. But what I was concerned about is just how I'm going to be drying the shoes. Like, obviously, it's hot outside at the minute, but I need something that's sustainable, like where I'm not going to be worried about them getting stolen and that. So I'm going to buy like an industrial shoe drying rack, like an electric one where the shoes just sort of pop on. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them before. I think I can get them for a decent price on Amazon. I might even look towards AliExpress or Temu as well. We'll see, just to see if I can maybe get it a bit cheaper on there. But yeah, that should make my life a lot easier, and I can really start to get in the flow of just cleaning the shoes, because I was just doing it at home before in the garden with a bucket and a brush and stuff. Yeah, hopefully that should be all good. I've got a couple of parcels here that I did grab this morning. So what I'll do is I might as well just rip these open on the camera now quickly. Let me just show you. Right, you should be able to see me okay. So I might as well just rip these open, just show you exactly what I've got. Okay, so right here we've got one of the Myla running jackets. To be fair, in the summer, these are good because they're so thin. They are great sellers. I can see this isn't the actual zip that's meant to be on it, so someone has changed that, but that shouldn't affect the value too much. Still a nice pickup. I mean, you can't really go wrong. You get them for so cheap on the monitor all the time. So some Air Force Ones here. You can see there's a big crease in them, but I know when I put a shoe tree in, that is going to come out nicely. These are actually really muddy, so I'm probably going to have to give these a really good clean. But Air Forces are really great movers all year round. Like I always say, like, throughout the year, clothing will change depending on the season. Like coats are not going to do as well in summer, but trainers are one thing that are never changing. People are wearing the same trainers all year round. So that's why I like to really niche down on shoes, because that's what, for me, I make the most money in. Get this next one. Oh, God. Okay, these ones have been packaged pretty nicely. I do like it when it's just always... Oh, shit. Got some React Visions here. They're in really nice condition, as you can see. To be fair, I'm probably not even going to need to clean them. And the reason for that is because I know that they've cleaned them, because they've washed these and then put them in the bag still wet, and they've dried in the bag. So they absolutely stink. To anyone that's watching this, that's just a normal Vinted seller and is not a reseller, stop packaging up wet clothes. Like, please just let your shoes dry before you send them out, because they just stink. Like, they don't smell awful. I don't know if anyone here has ever played like football before, but the best way I could describe it is just like a pair of football boots that you've just, it's just horrible, man. I'll probably have to package these up again just to, I don't want my unit smelling of damp. But yeah, really nice condition, to be fair. What size are they? Size UK 9. So yeah, that's a £35 pair of trainers there. You can't really complain. Okay, yeah, I can see what these are. Okay, so we got some Vapor Maxes here, some Vapor Max fly knits. Bit of mud on the bottom. Not scared of that at all. That just comes off so easily when you give it a brush. But going for the rest of the shoe, other than just the soles, which are just a little bit dirty, you can see there. So usually with the Vapor Max fly knits, especially in a size 10.5 like these ones, I know I'm going to be able to get 40 quid on them. One thing that you always need to check when you buy an Air Max is just make sure that the bubbles are just nice and sturdy. I've been done over a few times because I've tried to be a smart ass and I've not checked the bubbles. And then I'll end up sending it to someone and it'll get returned because I haven't checked properly. So make sure you're always checking the bubbles on your Air Maxes. I thought I'd just jump in this video quickly to tell you a method on how I'm selling all of these things that I'm picking up so quickly. And that's because I'm cross-listing onto other selling platforms like eBay, Depop, rather than just listing them onto Vinted. And doing that manually can be quite tedious and time-consuming. I'm all about saving time, and that's why I use a tool called Sellerator. And since I started using Sellerator, I've made a ton of money. Sellerator is a really user-friendly tool that can cross-list all of your items from one selling platform onto another in just a few clicks, which is going to save you a lot of time and effort. And it also has a relister tool as well. So when your Vinted listings are drying up and getting a little bit stale and failing to get a lot of interaction, you can go onto Sellerator, select your listings, and it will delete them and re-upload them automatically with the exact same photos, titles, and description, which basically means you're going to have a fresh listing that's been put onto Vinted for all of the people to see it for the first time again, which is going to increase your sales massively. If you do want to use Sellerator just like I do, make sure you do click on the link in the description. If you use that link, you're going to be getting a 2-week free trial and around £8 off your first month. And then you get packages like this. Yes, it's package secure and stuff, but it's just a complete pain in the ass because now I've got to dispose of this box. It's just, oh my God. I think the Vinted regulations do say that you are meant to send stuff in the box. No one listens to it. Everyone sends stuff in parcel bags. It's just like, it's just so pointless. But I mean, when you've got these in there, you can't really complain too much. So these are some Air Max 95s. Once again, I'll just check the bubble on them. They're rock hard, which is really good. UK 10, which for me is probably the best mover when it does come to size. I think that is the most common men's size in the UK for trainers. Really, really nice condition on them. Just a little bit of mud once again. They're going to clean up an absolute treat. Another banger, to be honest. And then the last one has just been sent in a random A6 box, but we've got some Terrascapes. I very, very rarely pick up Terrascapes, to be honest, because they don't really come up too much. I don't know if anyone here is a reseller and you're able to pick them up a lot, but I'm never really seeing them on Vinted. So when you do get them, they are an absolute banger. To be fair, these ones have seen better days. I mean, you can see the discolor in there on the fabric. That should come out a little bit, not all the way, but I should still hopefully get around 35 to 45 pounds on these in the condition that they are. Terrascapes are a really cool shoe. But yeah, that's all the parcels open that I received today. I think I've got a couple more down at the post office, but I'm not going to collect them today. It's a Saturday today. I think I might go for a pint later, to be fair, with the boys. But, oh yeah, let me show you this as well. I did a Whatnot stream yesterday. If anyone knows what Whatnot is, it's a live streaming selling app. And these are all the parcels that are going to be getting shipped off today. I'm going to definitely send these today. Some of these here are from Vinted. This is all of yesterday's sales. So some good profit in there. I need to make sure I get them sent off just to make sure I am getting my money as quickly as possible. But yeah, doing really good, man. I mean, I'm loving this unit so far. It's the perfect space for me as well. Like, I don't know if you can see, look how much space I've got. Like, even here, like, still all of this open space in the middle. Like, I could even get more of them shelving units. But yeah, I'm just going to jump into the next part of the video now. To be fair, I'm just sort of picking the camera up now just when I feel like it. I'm just really enjoying getting more into this sort of vlogging style of content, because I think you guys prefer to see this side of me as well, compared to sort of just being like a robot behind a camera. Obviously, it's better for me when it comes to the monitor, because my main interest is to get you guys and inspire you guys to become resellers and just show you how easy the side hustle actually is. I mean, I've gone from scaling from my bedroom with one of my mates at the start to now owning a unit which has got a lot of stock in it and just my own space to work. I can just walk around freely like this without anyone hearing me, seeing me, or just doing whatever. So just to have this freedom now is so important to me, and I'm very proud of myself, to be honest. And who knows where I'm going to be even this time a year from now. Okay, so I think I am going to be wrapping this video up here. So as I'm filming this outro right now, Alfred, Alfross on YouTube, some of you guys may know him, is about 20 to 30 minutes away. So it's our first time meeting up, and we've got a lot of content ideas planned that we are going to be putting out in the near future, which I'm super excited about. I'm sure we're going to have such a good time. I think tomorrow we're going to be going to some outlets and stuff, and we're going to try and vlog as much of it as we can. So that's going to be a banger video. But if you guys are enjoying this sort of content now, just me picking up the camera, camera, vlogging, and just showing you guys exactly what I'm getting up to, then please make sure that you do comment that down below and let me know if this is the sort of content that you do want to see going forward, because for me, I actually do prefer making it as well. And of course, smash the like button if you did like this video in particular, and if you do want to see my face again, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Like I said, guys, link is right at the top of the description if you do want to join my reselling server, Auto Flipped. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.